Okay. How was
But
that?
it was a lot of fun. It was kind of dead though, like not a lot of people there, but a lot of good food.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Hi, Trip. Hello, Maddie. What up, Dutch? Hi, Blake. Hi, Money.
Hi.
What up, Kendall? Hi, Sienna. Hello, Emma D.
Hello.
Schedule. Online. Need attendance. All right, where's my attendance? January 9. Hi, Claire. What up, Bean? Emma Danbury here. Kendall here. Ainsley, no. Izzy's going to be a no.
What time does this soccer meeting end? Just wondering.
Probably
Like
7.
7:05.
Okay.
Bean, did you get your cast off? Well, it looks like you're moving pretty well, Bean, even though you might not be able to talk to me.
Sorry. No, I did not get my cast off. But I don't have crutches anymore.
Okay, good. Good.
So I'm walking on my boot.
Okay. Hi, Mickey. Hi, Maddie. Maddie Flynn is here. All right, so we should have 15. That's 8, 10, 11, 12. Who are we missing? Oh, my daughter. Okay, figures. Savvy's here. All right, we're gonna get going, ladies. People may chime in a little bit. If I, hopefully you guys can all see my screen, but if I have you guys here, whoops, and the screen like this big, can you guys see it okay, or does it need to be my full screen?
For me, it's a little small. Well, only sometimes it's like when it's playing stuff, it's really small. But when I ask questions, it's fine. But yeah.
Okay. We'll just try it like this so I can talk to you guys like when I see you too. And just so you know, and this might be on purpose, which is fine, but Emma, Bean, Sienna, and Maddie Flynn, I can't see you. So just so you know that. And you can probably
Mark,
see it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This week, since we're going back to practice, should we still like be doing the technique?
Techni is with you forever, basically. If you notice like some of the 06s have been, their training streaks are nearing like 800, 7, and they're doing that in season. So I'm not going to expect 3 hours a week from Techni. We're going to train 3 days a week. That leaves 4. So let's see, 3 days a week. So maybe an hour. If you guys can get an hour a week, might be good. 20 minutes a day on the days that we don't have training, I think would be realistic. But again, you're going to do as much as you want to do. But there's not going to be, hopefully there's not going to be another lockdown, and hopefully it's there as a tool for you to use.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
I have a question. So when we have to go back to soccer, I know we have to wear masks, but like on the team, when we play like our first game soon, will the goalies have to wear masks? Will they have to wear masks?
I think we're waiting for additional guidance from the governor, which I think is they're expecting this Wednesday. But I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. My gut is that it's going to be everybody in masks like it was, and no parents. Oh, that's weird. I'm going to mute you guys for a second. But I don't know yet. But we should have something coming out from the club pretty soon with more information about that. Okay. I am going to spotlight Coach Payton because didn't she have us Irish dance to do for us? Wasn't there something like wasn't she gonna do some kind of dance for the talent show?
Yeah.
Yep.
All
right, well, I don't have music.
I'm just kidding. That's probably better. That's probably better live in the dome. There
we go. I'll give you a performance. I'll put on a show on Wednesday.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. We are going to move on. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to chime in. And we'll go from there. Oh,
transition from
we're gonna go through 2 modules. Okay. Transition from attacking to defending, and then transition from defending to attacking. And transition is the change, right? If we have the ball and we're attacking, the second we lose the ball, we need to transition to play defense and to a defensive mentality. And in general, the team that does that the quickest during the games is the team that is going to have the better advantage in those games. Okay. So transition's important. And there's basically 4 what they call phases, right? In the game. There's attacking when you have the ball. There's defending when you don't have the ball. And then there's transition from attacking to defending and transition from defending to attacking. So those are the 4, that's what the game is made of. Okay. So we do a lot. We train a lot when we have the ball. What do? We train individual and team defending. What do we do when we don't have the ball? But we have yet to start training on the transition between the 2. So that's what we're going to start with today. Okay.
From attacking to defending. During a match, there are 4 phases of play, shown here. This module will focus on the transition from attacking to defending. In other words, it will teach you what to do the moments after your team loses possession. Here is a framework, listed in order, of how to react as your team transitions to the defensive phase. Important to note is the initial press, which occurs when a team commits players, generally for a designated number of seconds, to regain possession immediately after losing it. Because of the variance among teams in how they use it, we will not be focusing on it in this module, but we encourage you to ask your coach about how it is used on your own team.
So again, I'm not sure if they're going to go over these, but eliminate any immediate threat to our goal, right? That's the pressure piece. That's pressure from the right angle, not pressure from the side, allowing kids to go forward or make penetrating passes. It's, as they put, eliminating any threat to goal or any threat to moving forward. Then it's delay, allowing teams to we want to slow the attack down so we have more time to get in better positions. We want to recover centrally and we want to make our team tighter. And then we want to eventually force our opponents to give the ball away.
The first and most important point is that you cut off any immediate threat to goal, which would most likely occur when you give away possession in your defensive third. Here we see the ball is with the highlighted player. As he plays a pass that gets intercepted, watch how the blue team reacts. At this moment, it is pretty clear that this player will not be able to recover in time, and that someone else should step to the ball. As we continue, we can see that this player allows too much space, not applying real pressure to the ball, and not eliminating the immediate scoring chance. As we can see, this results in the blue team conceding a goal. In cases where the ball is lost further up the pitch, and the opposition poses no immediate threat to goal, a team should first attempt to delay the opposition from advancing the ball forward. Watch here as the blue team gives away possession to the white team. As the player receives it, watch the movement of this player. While he could have been quicker, the player has stepped out to apply pressure and has delayed the player from advancing the ball forward. As he plays it backwards, we see another player step out, making it more difficult for the white team to advance the ball forward. We also see the blue midfield has shifted over to help create a more compact shape. Let's resume play. Because the players have done a good job of delaying play forward and have created a compact shape, they have forced the opposition into giving away possession. Move on to the lesson to work through some scenarios yourself. Now, let's work through what we learned in the video. In this first example, we see the ball with the highlighted player on the left, who decides to play a dangerous ball across the middle that is intercepted. This player is deciding whether he should tuck back into this space or slide out here to apply pressure. Which option is better?
A.
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 If you give too much
Correct.
space, like it's
With position B, the player might be in a goal side position, but like we learned in the video, if the opponent wins possession close to your own goal, your first instinct should be to apply pressure to not allow a scoring chance.
And I'll just say it's not blind pressure. It's not all of a sudden you go without any awareness of what your teammates are doing. If this is whoever, Maddie McGee at a center back, she's just not going to pressure without looking at maybe Claire at her left back or Blake at her right back, or to see what's going on, right? We want to have that awareness so that we're just not chasing after the ball and stepping when we don't need to step, or we can't step, or we shouldn't step, okay?
We can see that when the player chooses the correct position, he does not allow the player any space to get a shot off, and allows the other two defenders to get into good covering positions.
We talked about cover.
Now let's add
defending
one more
section.
layer. This time, we see the ball with the highlighted player for the blue team. As he drives forward, he gives away possession to the white team. At this moment, which player for the blue team should step to the ball to delay the opponent's attack?
A.
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 Because why?
Because
Because he'll leave a player open up the field.
And
Let's say
because
this- hang
the
on,
other
hang on.
one won't get
Hang
there
on, hang
before.
on. The first person who answered, who was that, Blake?
Yeah.
Why did you say A?
A, because if B leaves, he leaves an open player.
Okay, I like that. That's what were you gonna say?
Also because if B goes, A can get there before B does, so it won't really help because B is farther away, like the player has the ball.
Okay. Any other thoughts or comments? Okay, so you guys say A.
Correct.
Good job.
Not only is player A the closest, but player B, if he were to step out, would leave dangerous space open for a through run. As player A is stepping out to the ball, where should this player make his recovery run?
A.
Yep, this is for our wide backs, we'd never just take B and recover to the outside of the field. And if you remember, again, keep talking about this, the funnel, right? If this is the midfield line right here, okay, the closer that we retreat to our goal, the more we're going to be retreating central into that funnel. We would never want to retreat, whoops, if that's an arrow, we'd never want to retreat out wide, all right? That's that defensive funnel. You guys said A.
Correct. In the last example, the player that posed the most immediate threat on goal was the player with the ball, but here it is likely this player who is making a run through. By recovering inside, the player will cut off any through ball attempt and put himself in a goal side position of the runner. So, while the blue team is certainly vulnerable at this point, we can see that with a quick transition like this, the white team now has much less of a chance to create an immediate scoring opportunity. In this last example, we will focus on the importance of finding a compact shape in transition. As the highlighted player gives away possession, Let's notice all of the passing options that exist for the white team. Now, let's watch as the blue team transitions. We can see that the compactness created by the blue team makes it very difficult for the white team to play through, and forces them to consider passing sideways or backwards. There is one player on the blue team, however, that could be in a better position. Which player is it?
B.
Who said that?
Dutch.
Dutch. Okay, where could B be? BB.
No, actually, never mind. A. Because
B.
A can't, no, because B can see the ball more than A can.
Okay, so where do you think A should go?
My left. So I think you're right. Like,
This way?
no.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else have any thoughts?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Again, the ball's right there with white.
Yeah. So B could go cover white over by C. Oh wait, no, B's fine. I meant C can move over the player white in front of him.
Whoops. Okay, so you're talking C moving this way. Okay, anyone else have any thoughts?
I have an idea. C can maybe like move like same with like what Blake said, but move in more, in closer to, yeah, but closer to the white player.
Yeah, I've changed
Like there,
my
yeah.
mind. I agree with C.
Okay. Anyone else have any thoughts? Anyone any other wide backs? Okay. Pretty sure it's going to be C. Okay, because again, A and B are C is not doing what with our team, not making our team what? What's the C word?
Compact.
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 All right, it's just kind of a straggler out here, right? And again, I'm thinking he should be back in here. He doesn't have to be here because if he steps up, what happens if there's a long ball back here? All right, and then the player that he's standing next to can beat him into space, right? So again, C's got to get back in here. That's my thought.
Correct. We can see that this player is disconnected, but sliding more centrally, the player now creates compactness and is connected with the rest of the team. While
Compactness and
exact
connection.
positioning will depend on your team's formation and style of play, here is a quick review of the fundamentals of.
Okay, so to review, eliminate any immediate danger, any shot on goal, any through pass, dangerous through pass. We need to eliminate that immediately. Then we're delaying. Okay, then it's allowing our team to recover central and get connected and compact. All right, and then again, eventually we're going to force the team into giving away possession. That could be us making a tackle. That could be us being in such good positions that they don't have any passing options, that they try to make a low percentage pass and we intercept it. That could be them trying to kick it out of bounds. Or, I mean, those are all us winning, right? Or we want them to play sideways or backwards because that doesn't hurt us. All right. On the flip side of this, everything that we're talking about, we want to do as a defending unit, we want to not let the defenders do when we have the ball. And we're going to start talking about this in the next module, attacking to defending. Any other questions on this? All right, let's go to the next module. We don't need the quiz. You guys are smart. Modules. And we're going to do defending to attacking. What's up,
Welcome
Glennie?
to Module 10, Transition from Defending to Attacking. During a match, there are 4 phases of play, shown here. This module will focus on the transition from defending to attacking. In other words, it will teach you what to do in the moments after your team wins possession.
who thinks they know? I mean, thinking what we just said that we want the defenders to do, what do you think is one thing we want to do when we have the attack before we even start this? Anybody?
Like get more spread out than like compact, so we have good passing options.
Okay, so to expand or whatever, not the opposite of getting compact. Anything else?
Doesn't it depend on if we have the ball starting or if they do?
Well, so we're talking about when we're defending and we immediately win the ball. Now we have the ball. So what do we want to do? Think about what we just went through. Think about those 4 bullet points. What do you think they're going to say right now? If anyone else has anything else to add besides money.
Try to get in front of the defenders.
Find space.
Trippy, what are you saying?
Try and get in front of the defenders.
What do you mean in front of the defenders?
Like to move around them and to like create space in front of them.
To get past them.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking? To get past them or penetrate? Sure. What else? Anyone else? Does it look like I have antlers on? Those screensavers look like I have like.
Yes.
It kind of does.
Anyone else have anything else that they can think of? All right, let's see what they say.
Before we begin, here are a few key points to think about during transition.
Okay, transition should be executed very quickly and as a unit, right? Teams should quickly identify goal scoring opportunities in areas of exposure. Kind of what Trippy said. Can we try to get past them? Can we try to hurt them, right? Teams should create length, width, and depth during transition, as Money said, expanding, not contracting. And we want to move forward as a unit, kind of like when we're defending, we want to retreat and get compact and connected as a unit, okay?
At times when you win the ball close to the opponent's goal, you should be quick to identify dangerous opportunities. As the highlighted player for the blue team gives away the ball, the player now in possession understands that the blue team has not had a chance to transition and that they are exposed in this area. Recognizing this, the player takes advantage of the quick goal-scoring opportunity. So, it's important to immediately be thinking about scoring chances when you win the ball close to the opponent's goal.
Right now, if you guys would have won that ball, your thought is, can I go to goal or can I get a shot or can I pass, right? You're not thinking the other team hasn't had time to get set. That's why I should attack. You understand? So that's something you don't know what you don't know. And this is something that you want to get into the process into your head. Okay, well, the other we just won the ball. The other team's probably doesn't have time to get set. Now's our time to attack.
At times, when you win possession further away from the opposition's goal, and there is no opportunity to quickly expose the defending team, you should look quickly to advance forward as a unit and create length, width, and depth. Here we see the ball is with this player for the blue team. As he gives away possession to the white team, let's watch how they transition. We can see that they are transitioning quickly, with players stretching wide and high, with this outside back in particular doing a good job of opening up to create width. As we continue, we can see that the player eventually receives the ball in a wide area, and that the players on the white team are active in their movement in order to create space in an attempt to expose the blue team in transition.
And again, if we look at us,
Create space width. As
we look at us, if we win the ball, I'm going to go back even a little bit more.
And creates length, width, and depth. Here we see the ball is with this player for the blue team.
Yep. Can we get to the next one?
As he gives away possession to the white team, let's watch how they transition.
Okay, so we've won the ball. We've won the ball right there. We don't yet have a wide back who understands to get here quickly. We don't have that yet. Okay, and that's what we're developing. But this is that transition. We won the ball. We have good possession. How can I go forward? Not how do I just watch and let my teammates do the work? How do I get involved? And again, if this movement right here didn't happen, he would never have got the ball in this space. And if you look, all the players are there. All the space is here. That's where we want to get into. And that movement across the field from here to here will force blue to shift, and they don't share a brain, like I always say, and gaps are going to occur, and then we can take advantage of that.
Position. To expose the blue team and to create space in an attempt to expose the blue team in transition. As the white team continues to move the ball, keep your eye on the far side of the field. We can see the outside back, here, making a run up the field to create additional length and width. At this moment, we can see 8 players are involved in the attack for the white team. As we continue, we can see that the white team has created a very dangerous chance, just missing off the post. This comes from the white team's ability to transition quickly, identify areas of exposure, create length, width and depth, and advance forward as a unit. Move on to the lesson to work through some scenarios for yourself. Now let's work
We
through
got
what
3
we
more
learned
minutes,
in the
then we're done.
video. The first thing we talked about when transitioning from defending to attacking is to be aware of any areas of exposure that exist in the opposing team. Here we see the ball is with this outside back for the blue team. As he dribbles forward and gives away possession, let's look at the decision of the player with the ball. Given what was just mentioned about taking advantage of the other team being exposed in transition, should the player pass it through to the runner on the left or play it inside to the player in the center?
A.
A. Because
A.
there's A given. If you pass it to B, then all
A.
the defenders are on you.
You're crowded.
If you pass it to B, then like 2 defenders can run onto you.
Yep, it's too crowded. And again, we're not taking advantage. We're not recognizing, we're not processing that this right back just lost the ball as he's dribbling up, and he's out of position. So we want to exploit that, and we want to take advantage of him being out of position, of the defender being out of position. Okay.
Correct. With option B, the player would be playing a flat ball that could likely get cut out and does not take advantage of the area left exposed by the blue team. With option A, the player understands that the outside back has been pulled out of position, leaving space in behind, which, as we can see, puts the runner in on goal. This time, we see the ball with the highlighted player for the blue team. As he drives forward and gives away possession to the defender, let's pause and work through the transition for the white team. With the ball in their half, there are not any clear goal scoring opportunities, but there are areas on the field that the white.
Actually, even before they say anything, where do we want to go?
To the other side of the field.
Yeah,
To
we want to
switch
try
it.
to get here. And in general, who's going to get there for us?
The outside back.
This player. Okay, in general. Doesn't have to be, but in general.
White team can expose. With that said, where should this player slide?
Okay, pretty easy, right?
B.
Yeah, B.
He has more
Correct.
space.
Option A does not take advantage of the space exposed by the blue team in transition. Option B, however, utilizes all of the space on the weak side that is open, and also fits in with another principle of transitioning to attack, which is creating length, depth, and in this case, width. Switching angles, we can see the ball being played to the weak side, and both teams shift accordingly. As the player receives it and drives forward into this space, let's look at this group of players. When transitioning to attack, you want to spread out and make the field as large as possible. However, the 3 players for the white team are very compact and allow themselves to be covered by only 2 defenders for the blue team. So, we can see one player slide out, which drags a defender with him. Now, where should this player slide?
B.
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 Goes inbounds, heels out of bounds,
In
goes
the
to width.
space.
Correct. Sliding out here,
B.
we can now see that the players have created space through which their team can play. Before wrapping up,
Again, in that movement, okay, even though this movement might not get this ball, if you saw, that movement also pulled this blue defender with him and opened up a ball into here. Okay, so again, we talked about this in the movement module, right? You're not always moving to get the ball. A lot of times you're moving so your teammate who's in a better position can get the ball. Again, that's at the next level of what we're trying to do, but we want to get there.
Let's look at the same concept on a larger scale. Here, we see this player for the white team winning possession. At this moment, there are very few passing options that exist. Because the white team is in a compact shape, the blue team can easily cover them. Now let's see what happens as they stretch wide to create length, width, and depth. As we can see, because they have expanded the field, space has opened up, and the player in possession now has options going forward. Please move on to the quiz to review what you have learned.
All right, and we're not quite here yet, right? Because we don't have a player who can consistently play 30 or 40-yard balls, right? So, but the idea is length and width and depth, okay? Not that we're going to get if we have 3 forwards, we're not going to get our 2 forwards hugging the sidelines immediately. We're not there yet, but ultimately we're going to get there. Okay, any questions?
Can we watch a funny video?
I do not have any queued up, Dutchie, sorry. Okay, so just to let you know, the plan is to start training Wednesday live. I don't know how long we're going to go. I don't know if we're going to get shut down again, but we're going to try to do it for as long as we can. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an hour. You're going to get in the dome. Can't get in there too early. It's going to be like before the shutdown. Okay. I want to remind you that means that we need to make things as efficient as possible if we're only there for an hour. All right. So talk to your friends on FaceTime or catch them outside the dome as the weather starts getting nicer, hopefully. But once we get inside, it's got to be business because we don't have a ton of time. All right. If things go as planned, in 2.5 months, we're in one of the top competitive tournaments in the country in Virginia. And that gives us a dozen training sessions maybe and a handful of league games to kind of get ready. So again, you get older every month, every kind of from fall to winter, every season, I kind of put a little more demands on you, and I'll continue to do that. I'll get on you at practice about discipline and respect and paying attention and not being a distraction. I'll get on you about your work rate. Money doesn't make Emma Danbury better if money takes it easy on Emma. That's just not helping your teammates. We have to continually work to raise our intensity in training so that when we move into a game, it's not that different. That's on you guys. Okay. And again, I'm giving you a heads up and I'm giving you a warning. So all of a sudden you don't turn into, oh, Mark turned in a really mean coach in 2021. No, this is the reason why we're doing what we're doing. Okay. Yeah. And my plan is we're going to start the league games hopefully in a couple weeks. We might get our season might be 4 games in the winter, but it should be decent competition at some of the U13 teams that we haven't seen before. But we'll kind of see how it goes. But I want you to be ready, and I hope you're excited about it. Who knows what's going to happen with the tournament in Virginia and the tournament in Chicago at the end of April. Maybe we'll convince Peyton to get out of town with us at some point and show support at one of these events. I was going to say something super important, but I forgot. So I'll probably say it on Wednesday. I think the goalkeeper training starts again this Sunday. So make sure that you talk to Terry. Are you nodding your head, Maddie? Is that for sure starting?
I'm not for sure yet, but I think I think my mom said that it was gonna start back up soon, in the
Okay.
next 2 weeks, maybe.
So
I'm not
for-
100% sure though.
For those of you that are taking part in that, make sure you check out that schedule. I know Bean's probably out of commission till the end of January. So if she shows up, she'll be my assistant coach for a while. And again, I know we have some hockey and we have some basketball, and we have some travel. I get all that stuff, but hopefully you guys are excited. It's been it's been a long 6 weeks without field soccer, without seeing seeing many of your friends. But yeah, I hope you're excited about it. Couple last things. We could definitely do a group sledding outing. I think that would be really fun. It's something definitely that we can do, whether it's down at Buck Hill, whether it's over at the place that Live and Blake went to this weekend.
You guys should come like close to my house. Like there, we have like millions of huge sledding hills like 2 minutes away from our house. That doesn't cost
Go to
anything if you have your own sleds.
Yeah,
Do not.
we'll
My
find
family
it. But
drove
that
to
would be a
High
fun
School
thing
There are
to do
rentals.
as a group, and something that we can do in this type of virus climate as well, and be relatively safe. And I just remembered what I was going to say, and I just forgot. Oh, I am planning on doing Zoom sessions once a week once we start field training, because again, I think that with the modules like this, I think there's a lot of stuff that you can learn in a short period of time. And the half an hour we just went over, honestly, it would have taken multiple training sessions to go through this stuff. But now you guys have a bird's eye view of everything. It's going to be a lot easier. Those will be completely optional. Okay, those will be optional. I'm going to do them. Whether it's going to be analysis or watching our games or these modules. And I'm just telling you right now, no hard feelings if you don't show up. It'll be completely optional for the kids who want more. Okay. Any questions from you guys? Pate, any comments from you on anything?
Nope, I'm just excited to get back on Wednesday and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right. That's all I got for you, ladies.
Bye.
Good job.
Bye
See you
guys.
later.
See you Wednesday.
Hi, thank you.
You're very welcome.
See you Wednesday.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Bye.